Hi guys, this is Anonymous with another Warcraft 3 audio commentary. This is Game 6 of the NGL series between SK and mouz. Um, yeah. Todd in Green Human at the bottom left here, and SoJu on the upper right, and Pink Night Elf. Yeah, pink. Nice. Okay. Apparently Todd is playing green now because he's green again. And also, in the last game, that was on Terran's stand. Todd won that against Lyn with a tower push. Actually, he won it with his earlier very effective burrow harass. He killed all of Lyn's burrows. And then the tower push finished it off. At any rate, that was the first game, I think, that I've done on Terran's stand, which is really weird. I just thought I should mention that. Why haven't I not done more games on Terran's stand? I don't know. Anyway. SoJu now setting up his Ancient of War for creeping. And getting... Oh, Warden. So SoJu getting a Warden. And... We'll see if Todd... We'll see how Todd handles this. He's probably not expecting it. I mean, it may be in the back of his mind, but... Todd probably expecting a Demon Hunter, and he'll need to scout this... because if he doesn't scout this, and he sets up fast expansion, the Warden will seriously own his peasants. And we'll see what he does here. Todd's Archmage is coming out just about now. There it is. Where is it? There it is. Came out at the top of his altar. How confusing. And yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna go for a fast expand, or at least for a fast creep on this. On these rock golems. Sorry, not the rock golems. The Goblin Lab, which has a rock golem, and this is in my opinion the most dangerous camp to creep in just about any map, because it's so easy for it. I mean, either a Demon Hunter or Warden, but especially a Demon Hunter, to come in here and just totally destroy your peasants after you crypt this camp. Todd doing it very well, so actually not leaving too many peasants low, but getting a Tome of Experience, so that's really big. But he's going to lose a peasant here, it looks like, yeah. And SoJu not going to opt for the harass, just going to finish his creeping of the with the Warden. Oh, he could have hit that. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, you don't gain experience if your Ancient of War kills something. So players try not to hit it with the Ancient of War, but he could have hit that. It wouldn't have killed it. SoJu being a little bit skittish there. In any case, SoJu has probably now figured out where Todd is. I didn't see if the Wisp went into his base, but he knows. He's certainly seen the forces of Todd. And now Todd looks like he's trying to get a quick level 3 here with that creeping. SoJu putting up a second Ancient of War. And that was that attack? Yeah. No. Okay, that's weird. SoJu not teching. SoJu putting up a Hunter's Hall in a hidden location. And Todd, I'm not sure how far that footman went, but Todd is probably not going to figure out what SoJu is up to, because he's distributed his tech quite well. And if SoJu is going Huntresses, that could catch Todd off guard. So it looks like SoJu trying to mix things up a little here for Todd. Todd, meanwhile, getting his Archmage to level 3, and meanwhile creeping even harder, getting that Overseer Claws of Attack drop, so that's nice. But he's not picking it up. But okay, SoJu getting some archers. We'll see what he decides to do after that. I mean, he put up a second Ancient of War. I guess it's just for creeping purposes because he's going archers. So he's not going to do 2 Ancient of War hunts or anything. And that should be the Ultravision research, yeah. Okay, so he is getting a hunt there. So now I'm not sure what SoJu's doing. He may be going mixed archer hunt. Still not teching. And here comes that Archmage, and it looks like he just got caught totally off guard by the Warden being there. Now taking a lot of damage from the Shadow Strike. Shadow Strike is really brutal on Archmages. SoJu almost getting his Warden trap, not quite. Managing to pull it through those Militia, and he's going to Shadow Strike that Archmage again. And the Archmage is in a bit of trouble. He sold his TP, and we'll see what he does here. He may have to actually buy a TP scroll here. Buying a Staff of Teleportation, but the Warden just Shadow Strikes him again and kills it. So, I think a bad choice there by by Todd to sell his TP, but he thought he was against a Demon Hunter, so he didn't realize there was a threat. And that's an example of why you have to scout. At least, I don't think he had scouted the Warden at that point. Otherwise, it's totally inexplicable that he would sell his TP. He should have known that he would get Shadow Struck a lot. Anyway, SoJu losing a lot of archers here, meanwhile, as Todd has Tavern revived his Archmage, but the problem is, okay, now the Warden has a Staff of TP and is TPing in. I think Todd's staff will still be cooling down, and that Warden is going to just try and run up behind him and Shadow Strike again. Fortunately for Todd, the Archmage has Boots of Speed, so that's not going to work. And SoJu will content himself with killing a lot of the footmen. And if he can find some way to get his mana, to get a lot of mana on this Warden, he's going to be in dominant position in this game. Right now he's almost out. He's got only 35 mana left, so not a Shadow Strike yet. But still, he's going to have 2 Ancient of War Huntresses pumping. Where does he put his second Ancient of War? Actually, just 1 Ancient of War Huntresses. Still not teching. So, SoJu has a lot of gold and wood in the bank, actually, and not teching. But, meanwhile, that Warden is level 3, getting some militia kills. It's out of mana. But, you know, there's... Okay, now Todd... Todd almost surrounding the Warden, not quite doing it, and SoJu made the mistake of running it too close to the tower, Arcane Tower, so losing a lot of the remaining mana. And he's probably going to retreat now and heal it up at the Moonwells, and then go in for another pass. Meanwhile, okay, SoJu putting up his Tree of Life, so going for the expansion, and that's why he was banking all that gold, and probably teching at this point. Yes. He is teching, and SoJu now putting up an Ancient Protector. I guess he's worried that because he doesn't have all that much, that Todd might try to push him, and he's putting up that Ancient Protector preemptively. He doesn't really have much of a scout on Todd, so that's probably just a guess here. Okay, and anyway, SoJu now going ahead and doing Ancient of War creeping on this Merc camp by eating his Ancient of War through the back wall. And Todd is creeping an expansion site, and he may try to expand here. In my opinion, that would be a mistake. If the Warden comes in, and I assume the Warden has full mana at this point, and it is coming in, a lot of peasants will die to Fan of Knives. And, yeah, okay, Militia timing out just now. Oh, Warden comes in too early. So, there goes a Fan of Knives, and, yeah, a lot of peasants just taking huge amounts of damage. And I think they're all going to go down as soon as that Warden's Fan of Knives cools down again. Meanwhile, instead, Shadow Striking the Archmage. Is that a Wand of Mana Stealing? Yeah, that's a Wand of Mana Stealing on the Warden, so very nice to replenish your mana. SoJu actually using the Wand of Mana Stealing because that 50 mana on the Warden is very valuable. Now, SoJu has purchased a Mud Golem, but he's going to lose it right here unless he's very careful. He manages to pull it out. Fan of Knives goes off, and all the footmen are going to die here, with that Archmage not here to protect them, and Archmage finally coming back. SoJu chasing it around the map, forcing it into the Zeppelin. Zeppelin quite damaged. Now Militia coming up, but Todd just GG's out, and I don't know if he even said GG there. Anyway, that concludes this match, because that means SK has won 4 games to 2, with SoJu's victory over Todd here. And an interesting choice by SoJu to go Warden. I feel like if Todd had scouted, he might have done better, but humans often do struggle against the Warden, especially when they decide to go fast expand, and I think Todd made 2 tactical errors. First of all, selling his town portal, and second, going for that fast expansion, which left him in a vulnerable state. So, and SoJu did well to exploit them, but all in all, I feel that Todd could have played this better. Not that he would have necessarily won, but he would have given himself quite a good chance. Anyway, yeah, thanks for listening to this series. Please leave comments on my videos, and PM me requests for what matchups you want to see in future commentaries. I'll try to get you some of those. For example, if you want, you know, Undead versus Orc where the Undead wins or something, you know, request that and I'll post it. I won't tell anyone else that that's what it is, so that way nobody else is spoiled and knows that the Undead is going to win, but, you know, I'll tell you which one it is if you want. Anyway, otherwise I'll just do the matches that seem interesting to me, like this one. Turned out not to be as interesting as I expected it to be. We had some short games, some bad games, but not too bad, actually. Anyway, yeah. So, thanks for listening. Please leave comments. This is Anonymous signing off.